A few weeks back, I went down to Nicaragua to get a closer look at a company who started building prefab homes for the US market. They have since expanded where they deliver homes, and it was extremely interesting to see the stuff, meet the people, and get a better grasp on what they're actually doing. Turns out I didn't know what I didn't know, but I learned a lot. After touring their reforestation project and factory, I was able to catch up with the co-founders of Masaya Homes on a hilltop overlooking San Juan del Sur, the future home of a brand new model that people will be able to stay in if they want to test one of these things out. You know what? Let's just get into it. Cut to Olin. All right, I'm back with Olin as promised, this time in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Last time we sat down, we were in your office in Berkeley, and I feel like now I have a way better idea of what you guys are doing because I've seen the reforestation project, I've seen the factory, I've seen the furniture, I've seen some new prototypes. So I'm curious, when did the first ADU actually arrive in California?
We built our first, it was actually an M1 studio, 2021 in Northern California. We had two come up there. So yeah, we've been at it for a handful of years now.
Okay, so I know now you've got a full design team looking at changing models, adding new models. How have things changed since that first one was delivered to California?
Yeah, I mean we've made significant improvements in our system, both to fast track production, also to make it easier on the install. And as we've been growing, we're looking at some of the bigger models that we're designing.
Okay.
Super excited about the M12 that we're working on now, and then an M15, 1,500 square feet.
Okay.
And a 2,000 square foot unit for single family residential. So
wow.
Still really excited about the ADU market and the demand, as well as adding additional housing to an area that really needs it, but we can go bigger, and
yeah.
we're excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you had a German consulting firm in to make some changes inside the factory to make things more efficient. Have they done anything to the design of the home just to make it more standardized, or have they just been focusing on manufacturing?
More on manufacturing, on our production line, more efficient on the manufacturing. A little bit of input on some of the design of our panels.
Okay.
But not as much on the actual design of our units.
Okay.
We feel like we have a good, capable design team and good people to help us through that design process.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I saw one of the M5 units that was being assembled at the factory. You assemble before you ship it.
Yep.
Assemble, take it apart, and then ship it.
Yep.
When it arrives to a job site, say in California, it's arriving in a shipping container. How
Yep.
much of the finished home is actually inside that container?
Yeah, so it's every single stick of wood, so every piece of wood is in the container, all of the structural components, all of the interior millwork, doors, but everything has been pre-assembled, so everything fits. And that's what we call our teak kit portion
Mm-hmm.
of our kit home product. And then we source the wiring and the plumbing materials, fixtures, appliances, and everything else in the U.S. It's everything we need to put the whole thing up.
Yep.
Obviously, we need to bring in hardware. Some hardware we ship as part of our teak kit, but the Simpson hardware and everything that puts the structural components together, we source. But it's the whole house we're shipping in those containers.
Now, I've been to a few different factories now. Most that I've been to are building within the country that they deliver to, not all of them.
Yep.
You guys definitely aren't most factories, but I'm curious, how do you prevent a disconnect between the people here building the panels and the people setting them up on site? How do you keep that line of communication open?
We have an extremely capable team of people both at the factory and on our install team. Our construction director, Joel McCann, who's out in the field, he's on with the factory just about every day.
Okay.
Going over details, things that he sees, questions that he might have, or hey, maybe we can make this small adjustment.
Yeah.
That goes to our engineering team, and then they're on weekly meetings. But if something comes up, he can just pick up the phone and call them.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah.
Now, just on the other side of the camera there, you've got the base for the prototype, or
Yep.
not the prototype's at the factory. I got
Yep.
to see that.
Yep.
It's going to be the same model. What are we looking at here?
So this is what we're calling the A1. It's sort of a cottage unit. that we designed for a hospitality project here in Nicaragua. It's sort of an A-frame. You'll see the pictures on your post there, but it's got living and could be a bedroom and a little kitchenette downstairs, and then a loft upstairs with an additional bedroom. It's nice to go vertical a little bit, get a little bit more living space.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
We're excited about this product and more cool designs to come.
I know people are going to be asking, so I have to ask you, is it available in the States, in North America?
Yeah.
If not now, when, if ever?
Yeah, I mean, it's not at the moment.
Okay.
We have had significant inquiries in Latin America, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica, where we have a furniture store and a pretty big presence in furniture and trade projects, hospitality projects.
Okay.
So it is available in Nicaragua and Costa Rica. I'd say keep an eye out in about a year's
time.
And we'll see where we're at on it.
Fair enough.
I think it's a great design, and we're excited to work through the details on these LATAM projects and get it up to the U.S. market.
Very cool. But wait, there's more. I also had a chat with the other Masaya Homes co-founder, Arum, to get his side of the story. Cut to Arum. All right, I'm here with Arum, one of the founders of Masaya Co. and Masaya Homes. We're standing at a project that they're working on here, but I want to take it back a little bit because now that I've seen everything going on, I've got a couple questions. So from my understanding, you went from lumber to furniture to prefab homes, and you're still doing each and every one of those things. It's not really a normal direction to end up in prefab homes. Can you walk us through how that even happened?
Sure. So the company started in 2008 with the objective of doing reforestation. We basically wanted to turn tree farms or the creation of new forests into a business. Okay. And so as we worked on our mission over time, we realized that wood has so many different uses, and we needed different outlets for our wood, or different value-added products to make and to sell. The first ones we did were lumber products, which we started right about the same time that we started the reforestation. We were just exporting like lumber and decking and that kind of thing. And then we got into some local furniture and cabinetry jobs in Nicaragua. Yeah. And that developed into our furniture line. Basically, my wife is a designer, and she started doing our woven chairs, and that was kind of our first export product. Okay. Was the woven chairs made on teak frames from wood that we were growing. And then the houses came basically with the same mission of driving the reforestation. Obviously, furniture doesn't use very much wood. Right. And if we really wanted to plant more area, grow more trees, produce more wood, we needed another product that consumed more wood. And so that, talking with Olin, who I knew from Peace Corps, that's where the idea for the homes came from. Our idea is focused on the value-added side of it, okay, to create an outlet for reforested wood. Okay. So we want to drive reforestation by selling products that are made from reforestation projects. Gotcha. So in our view, the more suppliers or more reforestation projects we work with, the merrier, because that means that more reforestation is happening.
Okay, now we're standing in front of the base of one of the new models. Can you tell us what this is going to be used for?
So this is a design we came up to, for Nicaragua and Costa Rica, kind of like a surf shack, or like a small studio that could go at the beach. It could go up in the mountains, someplace where it's around 350 square foot and has a loft. So with the loft, it's around 500 square feet. But the idea is to have a full-on studio with a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, and a place to sleep and work in a small footprint. Okay. And so this is kind of the first prototype of that, and we're going to use that to promote our projects here in Nicaragua and Costa Rica.
Okay. So if someone wanted to come down and do similar to what I just did, like see it in person, because I know I'm not going to be able to do it justice in this video. I'm going to try my best, but it's going to be tough. Is this somewhere that they could actually come visit and see what you're doing, or
yes, we want to get we want to get this one available. We'll put it up on Airbnb. We have people interested and they want to check it out. Yeah, we put it available for staying the night. Yeah, for living in it and seeing how it feels. We're also going to do this one totally off grid.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about the small footprint that we have. We're up on the top of a hill. It's nice and cool and breezy. So with some fans and a couple solar panels, I think we can have this one totally off grid.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to put you on the spot. When we were walking through the reforestation project, I asked you if you had ever thought about giving tours. Have you ever thought about offering tours of what you're doing here?
We have thought about it, and you'll see the next farm we go to has an insane view of Ometepe Island, and so we were thinking about making some little prefabs, bring people down, walk them through everything, stay over the night.
Right.
Yeah.
That's, because it's really interesting.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that if someone wanted to buy one of the ADUs, you would have them down and kind of give them the experience. Is that something that you still want to do?
Yes, it is. So that's something we can promote with your viewers.
Okay. How would that work?
Good question. Let's think that one through.
We can cut this part
out.
out.
No. But that is, we should try to get that in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we'd like to do with your viewers to help promote this video is the first 5 buyers that want a Masaya home, bring them down to Nicaragua, take them to the tree farm, take them to the factory, and show them the whole process and the whole sustainable story behind the products we're making.
Okay, I mean, it would be cool. I did it and it is cool. So if anyone's interested, I have nothing to gain from it. I just wanted to throw it out there. Usually I ask people in an interview like this, what's one thing that sets your homes apart from everything else available? But I feel like it's a long list. So what's the one thing that you're most proud of with Masaya Homes?
Definitely what goes on behind the unit. It's the fact that all the wood came from reforestation projects, that it's made, designed, and built here in Nicaragua, where part of our project is also about social benefit, creating jobs, creating high skilled jobs for Nicaraguans. So that whole aspect of who actually built it, who actually designed it, our team, plus the fact that all of the material in it came from reforestation, that's the gist of what we're doing. There is a lot going on with Masaya, so I will be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.